Welcome everybody out there to another episode of Car Chronicles Reviews at Home with the Less Than Stealthy Ninjas. I, Scooter Ray, aka not the blackest in the group. We have Idron Sita, the final girl, aka the blackest in the group. And we have Cosmic, not the blackest boss, which you could tell by his skin tone that he definitely ain't the blackest.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
But in case you have been living under a rock or not knowing what we're getting at, we're discussing the Blackening today. It is the newest, what was like
Yep.
Yes.
horror comedy that stars a bunch of black folks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And not only does it star a bunch of black people, but the tagline to the movie, "We all can't die first."
Yes.
Facts.
Out the gate, when this movie was announced and I first saw the trailer, sign me up.
Mm-hmm.
It was
Yep.
immediate, sign me up.
Yeah.
There was no convincing. There was no, nope. I was here for it off the first trailer. What about
Well,
y'all two?
generally, it doesn't matter what kind of horror it is. I'm down. I don't care.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm like, horror? Okay, let's try it. So,
And I've been down since it was a TikTok. So I was waiting I wanted it to be a movie. I didn't know how they would turn that little 3-minute TikTok into a movie, but they did. And we're gonna get into it. But I was down from a TikTok. So
if you're new here, this is where the three of us, or a combination, review movies, TV shows, games, events, whatever. And we do it in our own special way. And if you've been here before, thank you for returning. And if you're new, hope you enjoy your stay and you give us a like and follow and subscribe and notification bells and all that things.
All of it.
Got to get them cheap plugs out early, you know.
But
to go ahead and give it a rating, I give it a smooth 9 crossbow shots out of 10.
I give it a smooth 9 bamboozle faces.
Okay.
I give it 9 pop the molly out of just 9 pop molly's popped out of 10.
All right, so for those who don't know, Blackening is a new horror comedy starring Antoinette Robertson, Dwayne Perkins, Simcoe Walls, Grace Byers, X Mayo, Melvin Gregg, Jermaine Fowler, Yvonne Orgy, and Jay Farrow. And the premise is it's Juneteenth weekend, coincidentally. And the group of friends go to a cabin in the woods and things get real. And they play a Jumanji-esque style game called The Blackening. And where they're asked a series of questions and they have to get these questions right to survive. And things get real. That's the basic premise of the movie. If you've seen it, stick around later because we're going to kind of delve into the spoilers. If you hadn't seen it pretty soon, go ahead and walk away. But to have fun with my lovely co-host here, so that way the people who hadn't seen the movie, I am going to ask my 2 castmates some black trivia to see if they would survive.
Already did.
But I would have been sacrificed because I'm just not the blackest.
So, question 1. Which rapper played Bishop in Juice?
Tupac.
Okay. All right. Question 2. Who was the original host of Soul Train?
Oh no, I can see the old man's face.
It ain't Don. Mm.
You know I'm bad with names. Oh,
Cornelius? Don?
There you go.
Don Cornelius.
There you
Look.
go.
Look at
Okay,
you. Look
okay.
at you.
No. I was like in my head, Don Cornelius, but I was like, that is such an old program. I was like, was he not the first? I was
Okay,
like, he's
okay,
the
so
only
I
one.
can see him in my head with that little
Like,
thin microphone.
yes. Like, and I'm feeling like he's the only one I know of. Like, I don't.
So far, y'all are still alive. Y'all are still alive.
Hey.
Which rapper real name is Nevadius
I know
Demond
this.
Wilborn? Who?
He got the face of it too. Future.
Okay, y'all are still alive in this thing because Araya is like, we dead.
I'm dead. I was like this. Who?
No, group
right.
effort.
Makeup diseases.
Look, group effort. One answer is for the group.
That's true.
That is
That's true.
Question 4. Who is not a cast member of Living Single? Regine?
Hillary.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Look, y'all are still alive.
Look, I ain't got my glasses on, so
What
take me a
is
second.
a shorty or shouty?
Your gal.
A person. like somebody you are friendly with. Hey, Shouty, what's good, Shouty? Like you could be, like if it's a dude, you could be talking about a woman. If it's a woman and you just that hood, you could just be talking about anybody. So like
I say your gal because I've only been referred to as a shawty when I was referred to as somebody gal.
Well, Araya's answer is more aligned with the correct. So look at that. Y'all are 5 questions in and still alive in this thing.
Still living.
Okay. Now, Araya, this next question is kind of like an alley-oop. I put it there for the rim for you. Hootie Hoo was made famous by what rapper?
Master P.
All right. What word is usually yelled out when a fight is about to break out? What word or term?
Wait a minute. Ain't this regional?
No. This became pretty universal around the internet era. This is usually yelled out when a fight's about to happen. I will allow one
I gotta
hint.
visit my trunk real quick.
I will allow one hint.
Okay.
It was a very popular website in the late 2010s.
Ow! Childish Gambino. World Star. There you go.
Oh,
Y'all are still alive.
we still living. That's all that matters.
Question 8. If you step on the crack,
you break your mama's back.
Look at them. They are thriving. Who was the first Black Cinderella?
Brandy.
All right. Now, question 10 to see if y'all make it out this thing. What year did Black Panther make his comic book appearance?
You don't know this?
Yes, I did.
Because you looked it up. You got the answer right there. You didn't know this. He's dead.
Yeah, because I don't even know nothing
y'all
about
can take a guess.
I don't know anything about comic books and time frames.
Shit.
1994. I don't
know.
I don't know. I know nothing about comic books. Y'all know this.
What year?
We need a lifeline.
Okay. I will give you a lifeline. 1961, 1966, or 1969?
Here's the thing. Wait a minute.
Boss, this more your question. The Hootie Who question was more for me.
No, it's coming. Fantastic Four.
You ain't got that much time left.
1966, Fantastic Four.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, y'all survived the night.
Oh, good job! Wow, good job!
Y'all survived the night.
I was in
Ain't that
he
some
had to
shit?
come in and whoop somebody's ass, and I was like, "Who was it?"
Good job.
You know, I don't know nothing about no comic
J-O-B.
books.
Now, with that being said, we're going to take a brief intermission. We're going to get back with the spoilers, and it might get a little black
Yeah.
whenever we get to the spoilers. So
Ew.
we'll be right with you.
He tried to kill us.
I mean, you know, that's the point of the game. You know what I'm talking about?
And we are back with spoiler time.
Oh boy.
Look here. When they asked the first question of Black people who survived a horror movie, tell me why, my default answer immediately went to Busta Rhymes and LL Cool J.
LL Cool J was my default. But like after that, I was like them. I was like Jada Pinkett.
Jada Pinkett
like
and Demon Knight.
Right.
Yeah. Like
Kincaid?
you were like Kincaid.
And I was like
Roger
from Night of the Demons.
I was going to ask this question to see if you know who was the first Black person to survive a horror movie.
It was that black man in the zombie movie, but I can't remember his name. I never remember his name.
From no, because he didn't live. He died.
No, he died at the end.
Did
he died.
Yeah,
you're talking about George Romero's Night of the Dawn of the Dead, not Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Night of the Living Dead. Yeah, remember he survived the whole house getting rushed, but when the other people showed up with the guns, they shot him through the window.
Wasn't it black and white?
Yes, it was. So
Boss knows what that means. He knows what that means. That's a good question, though.
Actually, you know what? Let me look that up while Okay, y'all ready for this?
They are saying
it's not Keith David, is it?
It is Keith David.
That's what they're saying, yeah.
It is Keith David.
From The Thing?
Yep. He's the first.
Child.
Night of the Demons didn't come before that?
I guess not.
Huh.
No, I think Night of the Demons came out in like 86 or so, and that came out in like 84.
84,
okay.
82. Okay. Huh.
Yep.
Keith
David.
David.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But so the movie opens up with Jay Farrow and Yvonne Orji's character already setting up the cabin, the house, and they stumble upon a game room with all these different games, and just sitting right there on the table, it's just this game, the Blackening, and they was already like, "What in the hell is this racist shit here?"
Because it is a pickaninny in there.
And they take the box off, and the character that sits in there, starts talking, and then that's where the first question was asked of who was the first name a black survivor of a horror movie. And Jay Farrow, oh man, Jay's picking Omar Epps and Scream 2, and she was like, they the first two that go.
When she said that, I was like, no.
I was like, the other black person that was in that movie.
I was like, it hurt my soul because I'm like, those movies are quite young in comparison to the first black people who were the pioneers that I got autographs from. And I was like, what are you doing? So yeah, it drove me crazy.
And then of course, the character was like, well, now y'all die. The lights went dark. You heard an arrow in the air. Jay Farrow got hit in the throat, and it was like, oh shit.
Made that sound block.
And then, then we meet the other friends who all eventually show up to the cabin, and boy, does this movie get black, and I loved it.
Every minute of it.
I love the mannerisms. I love the language. The language.
Like everything in here, you could tell this was like these could have been real black friends just getting back together at a real party. Like this, it was this was probably the most realistic black people I've seen in a horror movie in a long time.
Well, educated black people. Hate to be mean, but
Let's
just
say
being real.
that. Yeah, let's just say that. Educated black people. Yeah. So, oh man.
Here for it. Like the conversations. I don't play spades, but I've seen people play spades.
Look,
That was
and it can
very
get real.
realistic.
would have ended up
Yeah.
in the same situation. They would be like, "Are you getting on this? Nah, I'm cool. I'm good." Like,
But I mean, to be fair, if they were our friends, they would already know they not finna get on spades. They don't know nothing about this.
right.
Like, we gonna play something else.
Like, what you about to do, boss? I'm gonna be over here on this Super Nintendo Mini. Y'all be good. Like,
No video
Bring the
games.
Super
How about
Nintendo
that?
Mini. Yes, there will
Yeah.
be no video games
No
brought,
video games.
sir.
You could play some Uno or something.
You know, shout out to my boy Clifton.
Look.
You know, representing them Android users.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
True. And they tried to shame him. I was like,
And he
hey.
literally got shamed.
That's what my
Like,
boy
hey,
Clifton
hey,
holds
hey.
down for his Android users.
That's
But,
right.
But can I just say, the whole cast, there was not a single character I hated. Like, there was. Right.
And I think that's what I truly appreciated about the movie even more was the fact that everybody was likable in their own way.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they had a cool little history, cool chemistry between them, except for Clifton.
So, Aranya, I know what I wanted to ask you. So, Lisa and well, it was done mostly throughout the movie, but Lisa and Allison did the whole mind talking thing.
Oh yeah.
Is that how you are with your originals?
Yep, sure am. If you ever pay attention to us and we didn't have a whole conversation, you like this, hey, yeah, I know, you witnessed it. You be like this, what's going on? And we were like, we finna go. What?
I've seen it. I've been there amongst 5-6 people, and I'm just sitting there just like.
And we've had a whole conversation with our
Not a word being spoken between them, but there are words being spoken between them. And you just squint at them like Philip J. Fry. You just looking at them.
It can be anything from it's time to go to did you just see what that person had on to what you gonna order, what you feel like drinking, how we gonna turn up tonight.
And that's where it mostly comes up at restaurants. Just be sitting there just.
Now, so not only not to just jump ahead towards the end. I loved when the ending scene when Dwayne was looking at them and then he looked at Namdi and Namdi was like, "Oh shit, I can hear you."
That was cute. That was really cute.
No. When they looked at Clifton like, could you hear this the whole time? Yeah, nigga.
It was the best. It was the best.
Like, yeah, the one thing y'all had in y'all's trump card. Y'all
just speaking out loud and shit.
That was great. I'm here for it.
That was definitely a question I wanted to ask you was that whole mind psychic talk.
Absolutely.
Well, I don't
when
know
you've known somebody.
Go ahead, Rodney.
When you've known somebody for 20 plus years, you know how that person think and move, and all you have to do is look at them and they go, I heard exactly what you said.
Like, I don't know who gave y'all the most chuckles, but shout out to Dwayne and Alice for me. Cause
can I just make a statement? Namdi?
Lord.
Hey. Say.
Oh god.
How you doing? I'd like to meet you in person to say hello personally.
Oh.
Negro to Negro, you know what I'm saying?
Not King. It wasn't King for you.
What? No. He's skinny. He's skinny. Yuck, no.
But shout out to Grace, Antoinette, and ex Mayo.
I want to give a shout out to Antoinette who played Lisa. You know what I'm saying?
Right?
Hey Lisa.
That haircut.
Right?
Hey Lisa.
Right? Gorgeous.
Hey Lisa.
The whole cast actually is a very aesthetically pleasing cast. Because I even looked up Clifton, Jermaine Fowler, without his mouth looking like a stroke.
The stroke?
Yeah, and I was like, hold on, he's not a bad looking guy. Like the whole cast is aesthetically pleasing.
Okay. I am going to ask this question. It's going to be a tough one, but you got to pick one. MVP.
Grace,
Yeah.
Allison's character.
Allison, 100%.
I'm gonna go with my favorite character in the whole movie, which was King. My boy took two of them. My boy took two of them.
He did.
Two in the same spot. Like,
how does this happen?
Can we, boss? Can you and I agree that scene when Allison took out the arrow and stabbed herself, that would be something?
I knew it was coming. I said, "Oh, she gonna stab herself," because I would be like this. Oh my God! Like
just too much space. Like me, I'd have been like, just, like I wouldn't have had the leverage to get that out. Like, look, partner. I ain't a doctor. It's best we leave it in there.
Now, if I had a second favorite character, of course it would be Lisa, because Lisa though. But Lisa went ham on the killer.
I think my second favorite character was Dwayne. I gotta give it to Dwayne.
So Dwayne and Lisa are tied, but if I had to go ahead and get that nudge, it would be Lisa. But Dwayne,
Dwayne said, "Save yourself," he's like, "I was joking."
So we're gonna skip around on certain parts because it's hard to just tell it as one big story. We're gonna when Dwayne came back at that event, was like, "Y'all niggas left me."
Oh my God! No. I was laughing so hard
when it went black and it showed him. He done nudged them over, and they all in that one little vent.
In that one vent. I was in tears. I know them people were like, she's hysterically laughing. I was laughing the whole movie.
He said, "I know I told y'all to leave me, but I didn't even mean it." he was like, "Oh, so apparently my life don't matter to y'all."
Right. No. When Clifton walked out and he's like, "All lives matter."
Yes.
Oh!
Yes.
Oh!
The pettiness.
But no.
My God.
No. What was messed up about the whole thing was the fact that he gave a whole speech saying, "This is what they wanted. They wanted us to be divided." And he was like, "Sorry, Clifton. All lives matter."
I
was like, yes.
No. Can we talk about, once again, this one? If she was the one to been on Adderall, she would probably been the exact same way.
You know it. Look. My inner demon would have came out, and I would have been just like, "You okay?"
Allison was on point.
Look,
I love.
She walking through the woods and just stopped. Look, when she did the mud.
No, and can we also appreciate the fact that when Shanika was trying to swim, and old buddy, she was like, "Wait, are you shooting arrows at me?"
That's this one.
And then King comes jumping down, one arm, fighting the dude. He was like, "Wait, nigga, you can't fight?
You can't
at
fight.
All.
He was one arm. He hurt.
He like do two-piecing with one arm. Houseway. He sitting there like, "Oh,
look,
sir."
When he was trying to fight, he did that slow, big ass boot at King. I'm like, what is you doing? That leg took 6 days to get across the screen.
Bro, I was like, is he stretching? What's happening?
Oh, my goodness.
And I would have said good luck to either one. If you trying to drag me off, no bones. Good luck.
Right?
I'm going to still be sitting in that same room.
But yes, the movie, and then too, I even love the way they split up, and the group dynamic of the split up, and how all of that just all played like it. It was very expertly done. Like this wasn't no just hodgepodge slapped together movie. No, you could tell that they really put some effort behind this movie.
Yes, and it was hilarious. Like I need to own that on Prime or wherever it comes out on. I need to have that on a rainy day, because when I tell you, I laugh. Number one, it took Shaniqua so long to get back from swimming to the middle.
Oh, when it showed cut to her kicking back towards the shore. Oh my goodness!
And King said it right. He was like, "Okay, you can swim." He was like in that dark, murky,
Yes.
mysterious water. I was like, thank you.
Look, I have been traumatized by recent horror movies. When she was like, "I'm a swimming," I was like, "X, no, X, no,
Right.
X,
Right. Don't do
no."
it.
just
I wouldn't have
kind
made
of
it anyway, even if I could swim, because y'all know I have a phobia of dark water. There's no way I could have gotten in the water.
But your
I would
life
have had
is
a
on the
panic attack.
line, though.
I
I'd have
would
went
have had a
around.
panic attack.
I'd have went
Let me tell you
around.
something. Yeah, I would have had a panic attack laying on the shore because literally when I hear the water, I don't have control over my body anymore. Now I'm limp and I can't breathe. And I'm like,
Hey, fix your mic.
oh,
Your voice is starting to fade.
oh no. Can you hear me better?
There you go.
Yeah, it was moseying, but yeah, I start to get limp and I'll pass out. I'd have been like, "Is there a way around?" It would have been like Evil Dead. I'm gonna try to find a trail around.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no way.
Nah, I love too when Allison had, killed the first killer, and then they was like, "Girl, you did no, he dead." Like she was like, "No, he gone,
Right.
he
I
gone."
love they was like search his pockets.
No,
run his pockets.
now shout outs to the legendary because he is legendary. Shout out to the legendary Diedrich Badger because he played
Right?
that role of Ranger White, and then he was like,
Yes.
"Look, now if I got invited to the cookout, I wouldn't go." And it was like,
Wait,
damn,
wait a minute. Why not? Wait. Oh, now what you mean? And then he gave that answer because my white presence would disturb this predominantly black space, and they were like,
damn.
"Wait a minute." That was a good answer.
That was a good strong
But then
answer. He
look,
said it with
but then,
confidence.
but then, what they do? They followed him, still picked up them weapons.
Right.
That's right. And I yelled out, "Don't forget your weapons." He can't protect nobody. He's a ranger.
when they found the mask in the car and he came back running, they didn't let him in. It was like, wait a minute, like should we like no, what is this? And he was like, look, I know how it looks.
But I found it in the woods.
And now they coming. Please let me in. And they were like,
Drop us
no.
the keys. Drop us the keys.
Now, I'm gonna tell you when I found out something was amiss. The numbers didn't add up. There was supposed to be 8 people at the cabin, but there was 9. So something was already like, something ain't right here.
Oh yeah, I already
The
thought
math
something
ain't
was
math.
weird. Yeah, because I was like, because my thing is, if we all getting together, all me and the originals, and then there's some extra person like, oh, I got an invite. No, you didn't. Because I already know we don't like you. No, you didn't. You can't come in here. The end. Because I'm the mean one too. Well, I'm in the middle of the mean ones because some of my friends are extra mean with a little bit of extra spicy seasoning on them. You can't come in here with us. Sorry, not sorry.
But per the reveal, Clifton was the mastermind behind it all. And
he had
funny
hired
enough,
2 locals.
it was the blackest reason why he wanted to kill them.
Right.
Because they wouldn't teach him how to play spades.
And then they
And he
made
was
fun of
shamed
him.
for it. So he got drunk, hit a woman, went to prison, and vowed revenge. I was like, that is some black shit right there.
It was.
Yes.
So he actually should have gone. He is the blackest one.
He was the blackest one.
Yeah. Your revenge plot and all that.
Because your petty level went to murder.
Right. Yeah. You was like, you're going to kill all of them.
Tell me when Dwayne was like, wait a minute. We only worth $100 each. I feel disrespected by all of this.
Right.
I said, come on, Dwayne. Put that in your pocket, Brett. That boy is a wonderful character. I enjoyed his character all the way through because everybody should have that one friend that's been there through all the breakups and is like, are you seriously getting back with this dude again?
Mhm.
Oh, you know what? I can't do this because I've been that friend before.
So I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think there was nothing to look at from the second killer because I thought Lisa turned that boy's face into mush.
Look, just jelly.
But they did grab the wallet. So you're right. They
Right.
grabbed the wallet because that was mush. And she was like, any objections to the weapon I grabbed? No.
Remember,
He had a lot of built up frustrations and anxieties. That's what happened.
That part where she got up is like, did y'all say something about my choice of weapon earlier? No, ma'am.
Yeah.
No. Mm-hmm. And she stepped toward them. They like,
he was like, oh. The way was like, oh.
And like, yeah, because you covered it in just
in chunks.
Yes,
I love it. I love it. I have a friend. If she watches this, she knows who she is and will do that to you. If she feels like your hands are nasty or whatever, she'll be like, and she'll grab you by your wrist and be like, yay, no. So, and she one of the originals. So, yeah,
not
I love it.
by the wrist.
Oh, yeah. She'll be like, please don't touch me. So, I felt that shit. I felt it 100%. I was like, yes.
And then, even the end made sense. Man, we ain't gonna call the cops. We're in the middle of the woods. We got some dead white folks, all black people. Man, call the fire department. They ain't got guns.
Look, and Dwayne was like, did you change your outfit? Yeah, we might be on TV or something. Like,
he had his pantsuit on, honey. He was looking great. Yes.
They all bloody and everything, and he's clean, dripped that. And then the fire department comes and just hoses him.
Yes. But now, the beauty of this movie that I thought was amazing, none of the 6 died. Unfortunately, Jay Farrow's character and Yvonne Orji didn't make it. But the 6 people that the movie was surrounded with, they didn't die. And I was like, I can appreciate this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there were some scars because, like I said, that boy King took 2 of them in the same spot, and Namdi took 1 to the gut.
Yep.
I will nurse him back to her.
Of course you would. Of course.
And Allison.
Oh, and Allison self-inflicted.
Yeah.
But even Allison was like, when Namdi took his shirt off, she was like, oh, damn.
Like Dwayne too. They all were like,
even Dwayne was looking
like he just started ripping. They like, damn. They were like, wait,
hold up. I was like, all that chocolate, man. Excuse me, I need help.
Hey, look, when they were talking about each other, like when they said Namdi, you are literally from Africa, nigga. You still black in its original packaging.
Yes.
I screamed.
But no. Okay.
Like, oh.
So to go back, when they got to questions, when they asked, you had to deem who's the blackest, and that person would be sacrificed. King on the ground. Oh, Shanika, she say nigga the most. Nigga.
like King, like he the one, he got a piece, he gangster. He like a former gangster. I married a white woman.
But he was still packing though.
Yes.
Yes. And I love, but no, like you said, when they went to Namdi, they was like, nigga, you from Africa. You were in the original packaging.
I was like, yo, man.
And they started to get on, what was it, Allison talking about, you Miss Activist over there, got a Rosa Parks shirt on it, like no, because my daddy is white, and y'all always clown me for being half white, but now when it's convenient, y'all all of a sudden.
And then, of course, Dwayne with the best excuse, I'm gay.
Right, I'm gay.
Now I'm gonna tell y'all right now that lift every voice and scene question. I was like,
oh no, I wasn't done.
Done. Look, when they said the second verse and she's like, lift every voice and sing, I was like, till earth and heaven ring. I was like, that's what popped in my head. And Allison started going off. I was like, I ain't never heard this in my life.
Okay, I technically sang the song at a program in elementary school, but y'all, I'm old. You know what I'm saying? That was a long time ago. I'm talking about young elementary school, not closer to middle school. So I'm sitting
Mm-mm.
up here like, I vaguely remember more words. That's about it.
Nope.
Nah. I'm good. That's too much for me.
Morgan would have been dead.
Yeah. I'd been like, well, Morgan, get yourself free. No,
And
when
then
the
of course,
machine snatched her wig off,
oh,
Oh,
oh
that's
man. I was like, oh, she good. That's a wig.
right.
and then tell me why Dwayne had to hit him with that one liner. I guess he ain't feeling too well.
Right.
That well was quite ominous and deep and
And
dark.
deep, no sense. And look, I don't know about y'all, but when they pulled up to the place, I was like, that so looked like the cabin from the quarry a little bit. Like
It kind
It
of did.
did. It did. I'm like the way, especially the way it was set up and everything. I was like, I feel like we've been up them stairs.
I've been here before somewhere.
Yeah.
In
I was
some
like,
form or
nah.
fashion. I've been here.
But that's the thing too. I'm not gonna lie. Like, my friends are like, hey, we gonna have a reunion trip. We not going to no wood.
No.
First of all, y'all know how I feel about ticks and Lyme disease. Start with that. Second of all, I just feel like there's going to be all woods are surrounded by hick towns. They're all surrounded by hick towns. I can't do it. We need to find an Airbnb somewhere else on the island.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I can't do the wood.
I
And
feel
I
that.
probably get told, huh?
But
What
yeah,
you say?
if you made it close to the spoiler aspect, you've seen the movie, hopefully, and you're
Yeah.
enjoying
Whew.
beyond the scope of the movie. But all in all, please go support this movie. It
Yes, please
deserves
do.
it deserves to make some money. I understand Elementals and Flash came out, but the Blackening deserves some love.
Yes.
It deserves some love because then we can get movies like this. We can get more movies like this.
Yes.
And I love the fact that it was a cast of not overly famous people. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, oh, we're going to just blow the budget and we're going to have.
The two most famous were killed.
Yes.
Dietrich Bader and Jay Farrow, they were the two most famous in this movie, and they
like
were killed.
Said, I remember, I think Jay Farrow does impressions, and I don't know that woman. I only know Grace Byers because I watch Harlem.
Mm-hmm.
But
and I'm obsessed.
Yes.
So I mean, like, to me, it was great because you're like all these up and coming black faces. Like, I feel like that's what was needed back in the day when all those movies had the same people in it, and it was like,
Yes.
I can't tell the difference between this movie and that movie because they all got Gabrielle Union and Morris Chestnut and everything, and it's like,
Yes.
I like that. I like give some other people some chances. You know what I mean? To become a name where people know them, So shout out to the cast. They did an excellent job. It was funny. It was smart. It was awesome.
Boss, anything you want to add before?
I would love a sequel. I don't know how they would do a sequel, but I would love to see this whole group of characters in another horror setting. Like, written by the same people, directed by the same people. I would love for these characters. Like, I would like an anthology series. Bring these characters back into another horror setting. Like, you could put them in like a Conjuring type setting. Oh, I would be chuckling till I'm red in the face. Like
that is very true. Maybe
so.
Yeah. What about you, Scoop? Anything?
Once again, I loved it. I was here for it from jump. I'm still here for it. I wouldn't mind seeing it again.
Best movie I saw yesterday.
I would not mind seeing it again. But thank y'all for tuning in. Whether you loved it, hate it, don't forget to rate it. Thumbs up, thumbs down, preferably thumbs up. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And once you subscribe, hit that notification bell. So that way, when we post videos, we got CCRs, We got Boss Reacts.
Yes, sir.
The LTSN Cafe debut episode is out. So, all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Keep up with the ninjas. As you can see, if you tune in and this is your first one, as you can see, this is the 91st Car Chronicles review. So there's another 90 you can go back and watch.
Yes.
That's right.
Archive on YouTube.
And which, to be black as hell, I probably can't name 50 of them that we've
They on Spotify. It's on Google. It's on Apple. We Googleable in these streets.
Absolutely.
Googleable. But thank y'all for tuning in. And until next time, to all my black people out there, make sure you know your black trivia because you never know when it might be worth your life.
Mm-hmm.
Peace.